So before the call session, this is where it gets a little bit cheesy, but that's why I like the momentum piece, because there's some stuff in there that actually, although it's kind of, I don't know, cliche, weird, a little bit Tony Robbins-esque, it's actually something that can really, really help. So first, review your office mission. Maybe it's your team mission. Maybe it's your mission. Go out there, figure out what it is, why are you in the real estate business? Because it's going to pump you up when you call these people. That it helps me detach from the outcome. Then your vision, then your values. Know that you are a good agent. You deserve this listing better than anybody else, because you know Sally, your colleague from the office, listen to the colleagues from the office, outside of the office, you know that Sally, she's not as committed as you. She didn't work as hard as you. Okay, review your core beliefs. Then you should rehearse. This is where a lot of people say, oh, Mike, I don't want to rehearse it. Guys, I was talking to one of our top producers yesterday in the office. You know what he said? He said, Mike, you know, the other day presentation you gave, I noticed you were role playing with yourself, and I do the same thing. And that's why this guy's a top producer. You always have to rehearse the expired scripts. And now what happens at the beginning, once you've got the foundation, then you got your own scripts in your head. You actually start answering your own questions. You got to be careful if you're talking to your car to yourself. You might get pulled over, or people said to the insane asylum. But guess what? It works. What if I said this to that person and then they said that? You got to practice the scripts. Okay, then visualize it. Visualize the success. Visualize that you're going to make this money. You're here to, your duty is to generate revenue to help grow your business. Your duty is to generate revenue. Stop with the whole, I'm going to do Facebook, I'm going to do this. Stop it. Because every person that I've met, and I hate to say this, Carl, and we talk about social media all the time, but I've noticed a lot of people have got like 10,000 followers, 5,000 followers. Then when I go to their Zillow profile, they've got 4 transactions, 3 transactions. Because why? Because if they don't know how to generate the leads, the business, that passive business comes later. My personal opinion. And by the way, some people don't know me, okay, multiple times, and I only share this just to credibility for those that know me, multiple times I've been in the Diamond Club, right? So I share this. This is not just some guy on a stage, Tom Ferry. And by the way, Tom Ferry is fantastic. So let me be clear about that. What I'm saying is that I'm a guy that's actually been in the trenches that has done this. Okay, this is, you're not signing up for $29 after this for some course. I'm sharing my knowledge with you guys over here. Okay, so during the call session, I think you should stand up. You know, I'm sitting down right now, but you know, sometimes I'm breathing. I got to get with it. I got to drink my water with the electrolytes. Okay, stand up. Get crazy. Get a cordless headset that has a mic that filters the noise in the background. That filters the noise in the background. Why? Because what's the one reason why you hang up the phone when someone calls your house? They sound like they're calling from a call center. And stop it. You don't blame the office environment. Okay, because all you need to do is just have, it's like $120. You get a noise canceling microphone, not headset. Don't do what I did. I bought the noise canceling headset. It was these big earphones. I couldn't hear anybody. And I was like, hello, hello. Get something that knocks out the noise in the back. When you're calling people, it literally sounds like you're in your house and you hear nothing. And right, you heard the foghorn before. Nobody wants to be distracted in these calls. So remain upbeat. You have to, you guys. You're in the wrong business if you're not. Every day something goes on in all of our lives. Hopefully it's all positive, but you got to remain upbeat. Don't call them and say, oh, did you see the stock market today? That's not, people are just not going to subscribe to that. Did you see what happened with the president? And I know I said it just to get your attention. Did you see what happened? Because I remember I've been through 20 years in the business. I've been through different cycles. Don't engage in a conversation. That's not the way to get people engaged. Remember, we're talking about the expired listing. The key here is to listen to what happened. Sound genuinely interested in what they're saying. Most agents, again, remember what I just said? You got to be an active listener about what they're saying. And of course, stay hydrated, because you know why? You don't want to faint, and you just want to be upbeat. When you're not hydrated, you start to lose focus. After each call, you should really be doing this. Again, you know, I understand agents are not the most organized people. They're just not. They're salespeople. The famous line is, I just want to talk to more people, Mike. I just want to talk to more people, but you got to be a little bit organized. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. You just have to rate the call. You know, I would do this. This is what I love about the Remax Momentum program, is that it gives you these little basic checklists that you can either use or create your own. You have to have a little something. You know, you don't have to always be a ninja and have like these Excel spreadsheets that you know, the algorithms. Stop it. For a long time, and I still use a legal pad. I love what's in this program, but I still use a legal pad, even today. Okay, review the script, rehearse. So basic truths of the listings. Okay, home sell for two reasons, price and exposure, yes or yes? Yes. 95% of all buyers are represented by a realtor, yes or yes? Probably it's a little bit more these days. Realtors are not looking through home ads and taking virtual tours. Guys, we know that realtors who are working with buyers, maybe today during this pause, New York City is still on pause, but we know that good agents are out there actively showing buyers when they can safely do it, right, during these times, when they can safely do it, but they're actively showing buyers. They're not looking through these virtual tours, oh, this is a great property. We know those are agents that are wasting their time. We know that buyers agents typically are trying to understand the buyer's needs and go out there and show. Home selling all 4 quarters, yes or yes? Stop the madness. Oh, it's the summertime, it's Memorial Day, it's New Year's, it's Hanukkah, it's Christmas, it's the school year starting. Come on, stop the madness. If you look at the data, home selling all 4 quarters. Pricing home is neighborhood specific. If you're not knowing the data of your home, I know Carl and Olivier do an amazing job with market updates. And Jason, shout out to Jason. Okay, my approach is intentional and proactive. You're gonna let the homeowner know that you are proactive, but you have to demonstrate that to them, guys. You have to demonstrate. If you're not following up, like you say, if you made a promise and you didn't fulfill your promise, you're not being proactive, you're not being intentional. So guess what? They're experiencing you before they get to experience of you. And if they're experiencing you now and it sucks, guess what? They're thinking it's probably going to suck. You're just like the rest of the other agents that called. You're just like the agent I had before. You're just like my previous boyfriend or girlfriend. Ding, 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 right? Think about it, guys. Relationships. I know you're smiling. You're like, oh, well, I haven't had a boy. I'm married for 30 years. Guys, just think back for a second. Okay, we must start with the appropriate plans and strategies. Sound like you have a strategy on the phone. Mike, they don't give me enough time. They may not be ready to be open to you yet. That's the key. You have to have the plan and strategy once they tell you it's safe to go through that. Costs, oh, another famous line, and people don't believe it. Cost is only an issue in the absence of value. If you're not giving value to these folks, okay, they're immediately asking, what's the commission? Usually people put that up there. Guys, when the rebuttal comes, what's your commission? Right, it's two, number one, it's either they're ready to engage, or two, they're doing it to get you off the phone. You could say 0% commission, they're gonna be like, well, that's too much. And they just want you off the phone. I'm not seeking your listing. I don't want you to sign up. I just want to talk. But you have to mean it. You have to mean it. Okay, you just want a conversation. There are 2 very different approaches to listing homes. Okay, the first goal, building the consistency habit. Okay, any new activities to build confidence. That's the key, guys, confidence. Stop thinking you're going to go list 30 homes in 1 month. You got to build a confidence. And the only way to build a confidence is through consistency. So I'm going to skip through some of these slides. Of course, opening the phone dialogue. I'm not going to necessarily read all these slides. I'm going to give you mine. But I like to point these out because this is a very, very basic but very fundamental dialogue. But I'm going to kind of tell you how I open it up. I'm going to go with this first. Hi, my name is Michael. I'm with Remax. Edge, I noticed your home is listing expired today. I was calling to see if you have a still desire to sell your house. Now, guys, this is the very basic. If you've already gotten more consistent, I personally am not going with this one. And I think it's a very good one, but I think as you get more advanced, you're going to get hung up on more. Because remember, I told you before, using the word expired. Okay, number one, if the homeowner doesn't know what the heck expired is, okay, or they know because now 100 agents call them, stop it. They immediately know you're an agent. Stop having agent breath. When you call them, I notice your house is off the market. The first question is, do you still want to sell your house? It's weird. Even if they got 100 calls, do you still want to sell your house? Well, yeah, but I don't want to sign anything. I don't want to sign anything. Well, I didn't ask you to sign anything. I just want to have a conversation with you. By the way, that's not on the slide. I just want to have a conversation. Well, I don't want to have a conversation with you. I'm not ready to sell yet. And then just go right into it. Well, can I ask you a question? Right? Ask for permission. The key to a lot of times is ask permission. Can I ask you just a question, Carl? Can I ask you a question? Where are you thinking about going? Why should I tell you that? That's too personal. No, I'm just curious, right? You live in Jersey, and I'm a guy who lives in South Jersey, and I was just curious. By the way, I live in Brooklyn, New York, but I was just curious. I live in South Jersey, and I was wondering where most people who live in South Jersey, I was curious, where do they think about moving to? Try that line, guys, because you're opening a conversation. Believe it or not, sometimes people expired because they really didn't know where they wanted to go. They didn't have a plan in place. Where do you think about going? Actually, I really didn't know. I was thinking about retiring. My husband, he's a police officer, and he's about a year away from retirement. I was thinking about moving to Florida, but Florida's too hot. And guys, they'll run through the dialogue now. Now you've opened up a conversation. You're talking about them, not you. You guys got that? I hope so. Talking about them. Where are you moving to? What was your experience so far? When you have you even gone to look at places in Florida? Did you go look at places in Connecticut? Remember, you're starting a conversation.